The whole intent of picking up the phone is to get the contact's information and set an appointment. Most salespeople set tentative appointments. What is that? That's where they say, okay, just give me a call or text when you're headed in, or I'll call you on Saturday and firm up a time. Or even better, well, I'm here till 8, so I'll see you later tonight. So when you don't value your time, the client won't either. Every professional uses an appointment to control their time and their income. Think about it. If you called your dentist, your doctor, a lawyer, and they said, well, I'm here till 6 today, so come in when you want. For one, you wouldn't think they were that busy. And you surely wouldn't think they aren't very good at what they do. So you can't afford to leave an appointment up in the air. You want to make every attempt to appease the prospect, but you can't have someone show up if there isn't an appointment to show up for. So the better you get at corralling the prospect into a solid appointment, the more money you're going to make. So you've gotten them off the car they originally called about with your awesome ability to shake them up, and now you're going for the appointment. When is the earliest that you and I can get together so you can look at and drive, and I can also provide you with all the information you need? Does later this afternoon or this evening work best for you? The key to getting the appointment is to know that it's the most logical next step. So let's break down the meaning of the words we're using. When is the earliest that you and I can get together? This is so much stronger than asking, so what's a good time to meet? Or you ask them, do you want to set an appointment to see the vehicle? If you ask a yes or no question, you can always get a no. And we don't ever want to volunteer an opportunity for the prospect to say no. So when is the earliest puts into the caller's mind that there is a sense of urgency. If you had delivered the rest of the sales guide with meaning, they should be thinking the vehicle they want is in demand and not guaranteed to be there later. Because we follow that up with, so you can look at and drive the vehicle and I can provide you with all the information you need, turns it away from being the sales process. And it makes it about them getting the information they need to feel good about the buying of this vehicle. Never ask if the caller wants to test drive the vehicle. Think about it for a second. When you got a new car and you were excited to show someone, maybe a family member or a friend, you just tossed them the keys and said, take it for a spin or go see how it drives. You didn't offer them a test drive. A test drive is part of a sales process, and no prospect wants to be put through a sales process. Get it? Got it? Good. Moving on. Does later this afternoon or this evening work better for you? Of course, if they're calling 30 minutes before closing, you wouldn't offer them now. You'd offer them for the next morning or next afternoon. Be cautious of where you're at. If they pick one of the options tonight, tomorrow, etc., then you need to either or them again. Were you thinking later or earlier this morning? Were you thinking earlier, later afternoon? What typically works better for you? Once you have the generality specified, then you can dig down deeper. Later afternoon tomorrow, so the next question is going to be, are you thinking before 4 or after 4? Once you have it broken down to within an hour window, you will say, I have an opening in my schedule at blank 45 or blank 15, or would a little later work better for you? Which of course is an either or, and always make it different hours so it seems like to them they're in succession. I have a 4:45 or a 5:15, a 5:45 or a 6:15. The difference there is to get them to commit to a time. Setting appointments on 45s and 15s help it to stick in their mind and increase your show percentage. For more about this, go to the Appointment Time is Key video module to understand the psychology that you are actually implementing.